math. Now we're doing systems, and we're solving with substitution. We're going to do this when we've got one variable by itself, and always use parentheses. On a side note, I said if you find one you like, you can always use it. We can always just make one variable be alone to use this. Alright, so an example, I've got this y all by itself right here. So that means I can do substitution. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of this, because y is equal to all of this junk. So they might not look the same, but they are the same because they're equal. So what I'm going to do is take all this junk and put it in here where the y is. Now, when you do this, make sure you use parentheses. So I'm going to rewrite it with parentheses. So all I did is put this here instead of the y. And then this stays the same. Now this looks awful, but I only have x's now. So now I can solve it. So I'm going to have to distribute. And this stays the same. Now I want to get my x's on the same side. I've got more x's over here, so I'm just going to put them over there. So I'll add and add. My 12 comes down, my equals comes down. I have 16 x's, and my minus 36 comes down. Now I need to get the numbers on the other side, so I'll subtract. And now I'll divide. Now, what's ugly about this, that doesn't cleanly divide. So I'm just going to leave it like that. These cancel. X is, I guess I could pull an 8 out of it. So 3/2. Now I've got x, I still need y. So in order to get y, I'm going to go back to my original equations. This one has y by itself, so I'm going to use that equation. And instead of x, I'm going to put this in here, my -3/2. So y equals -3 3/2 plus 6. Now I multiply these, my negatives cancel. Y equals 9/2 plus 6. I need a common denominator. So over 2. I add my tops, keep my bottom. 21/2. So I've got an x, I've got a y. Now I need to put them together as a coordinate. And that means I have one solution. You guys can probably hear my dog howling in the background. My kid has not let him in because he's watching a movie. I guess this is standard quarantine problems. Alright, again, I've got a variable by itself. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to take all this junk and put it where the y is. Use parentheses. And now I need to distribute. And I've got more x's over here, so I'm going to put all my x's over there. My dog is barking, and my turkey is gobbling. Interesting background noise. Plus, I'm breathing heavy. I should like go exercise or something so I don't sound all wheezy on these things. Normally I'd use a mic, but it makes editing more annoying. And this mic doesn't cover up my wheeziness as good. So anyway, sorry about that, y'all. Alright, I need my numbers on the other side, so I'll subtract. And now I need to divide. And divide. And I've got an x. I still need a y. So I'm going to go back to my original equation. This one has y by itself, so it's easier to use that. And instead of putting negative x, I'm going to put in negative 4, because we figured out what x is. So y equals negative, and I always use parentheses. These negatives cancel. So I've got an x, I've got a y. Now I need to put them together in coordinates. And you've got a coordinate, so you've got one solution. Now on this one, it's a little more annoying. I don't actually have any variables by themselves. So you have to get a variable by itself. So this top equation, I'm going to divide everything by 2. So I get x plus 4y equals negative 4. And now I'm going to put the y on the other side. So I get x is negative 4y minus 4. Now I have a variable by itself. And I'm going to put that right here. So I'm going to get 3. Remember, I'm putting all this stuff in there. Negative 4y minus 4. Whoops. Oh, that's ugly. Let me rewrite it. Negative 4y minus 4 minus 5y equals 22. And I need to distribute. So negative 12y minus 12 minus 5y is 22. And now I can combine this and this. So negative 17y minus 12 is 22. And get my numbers on the other side. So add 12. Negative 17y equals 34. And then divide. Divide. Y is negative 2. Now I got y. I still need x. So x was by itself here. I'm going to use that equation. So x equals negative 4, and instead of y, I'm putting this in there. Negative 2 minus 4. So x is 8 minus 4. So x is 4. And now I've got my x, I've got my y, so I just put them together. So my solution is 4, negative 2.